Yeah, if somebody would like to fill in the birthdays while we get ready as well.
Since it's the pre-show, I'm gonna put on some Fire Bro.
Sure. Stream some Confident Irishman, my friend. Here, so we go forward, right, with the birthdays? This will be easy.
Let me keep digging through the news update.
I got it. I got it covered.
I already wrote a whole shitload down.
Oh, you did? All right. I'll delete mine. No problem. I'm still mad that about that whatchamacallit, the fact that the New Japan kiboshed the whole Lucha Bros instead of Best Friends, or Best Friends instead of Lucha Bros rather. That's good on news, I think. Thank you, whoever filled that in.
So, welcome to the episode 290 pre-podcast, whatever it is, pre-show.
Bueno. Yeah, well, Dog's working on birthdays.
I'm not doing birthdays.
Oh, you thought? Yeah, I thought you just said you were doing birthdays.
I'm working on news.
Oh, news. My bad.
Okay, I'll work the birthdays.
No, I got the birth. No, I already got them.
Oh, okay.
Drugs, you don't have a birthday this week, do you? Morbid curiosity?
Nope, not this week, no.
Okay, making sure.
Just had a 4.5-star MMA fight with Confident Irishman there, Gunner.
Lol. We got a full thing. If you want to jump into the theme, let me know.
Okay, just give me a sec.
No,
Hey, I think that pretty much covers the news.
Yes, it does.
Unless we want to talk about grades and Booker T.
We might for a second.
Yeah,
But
no, it's total work.
We'll put it in. We'll put it in Happy Trails. It's fine. I'll change
Yeah.
that other.
You should throw that in Happy Trail.
Yes, happy trails to the fight that looked good on paper, but unfortunately was too good for this world.
How did it look good on paper? Corey Graves can't wrestle anymore.
Well, I was being facetious, of course, but it looked good
Even
on
if he
paper.
could wrestle, that match would suck. That's like the last person. I don't know if you remember his style, but he was like really ground and pound. It wouldn't have worked.
SJK could have pulled out a match with him, I think.
It would have been interesting.
Well, I'm ready to
It would
start
have been
whenever you guys are.
Go for it.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll the theme. Totally the wrong intro. Shit. Should just kept the music. Anyways. I kind of botched that, but just go with it.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 290 of the Smark Snark podcast. My name is Gunner, and normally I would say that over there is Omega BR, but Omega BR isn't here right now. But that over there is our wonderful technical producer, stepping in, Vassar.
Hello.
Also joining us this week is Net Jester.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
You're going to have an easy week this week. Shao Kana.
Yes, I'm here finally. Yes.
Exactly. And Save Us Dog.
Well, hello, everybody. I am here as well.
This
Or
week,
am I there? Or am I everywhere?
you are everywhere. You are omnipresent, Dog. Also joining us this week is our wonderful special guest. His name needs no introduction. From Hood Slam Wrestling, this is Drugs Bunny.
Hi everyone, this is how I really talk. This is my real voice. I talk like this at the show though. I can't do that the whole podcast.
I know, and I wouldn't ask you to anyway. Your cooking segment, you can find that on YouTube.
Tried
It's
it
fucking
once.
hilarious.
Yeah, I have two cooking segments. I have pizza and taco. No, I have three. I have pizza, tacos, and carrot cake. All equally as stupid.
They're fucking hilarious. I love them.
Yeah. Carrot cake's delicious.
It is. We're going to start with something you wouldn't expect, and that's the news. A day after he was written off television for the time being, Jason Jordan underwent minimally invasive neck surgery. WWE announced that Jordan underwent a procedure called minimal invasive posterior cervical microdiscectomy. The announcement noted that for the timetable of Jordan's return isn't yet known, but it puts him after WrestleMania.
Damn.
Yeah, it's always sad when you got to miss Mania, but do we know exactly what set this off?
Bumping like shit. We have no idea.
Okay.
We don't know where this came from. This might just be, just some corrective thing. But I'm just disappointed that he can't truly be Kurt Angle's son without, a broken freaking neck.
There you go.
Yeah,
like
he's
father,
got it.
like son.
This is probably to prevent him from breaking his damn neck, is what I would assume, because this came out of nowhere.
Exactly. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if this came out later to be kayfabe or some sort, because because just to have him have a broken freaking neck like his dad, that's just funny to me. Commitment to the gimmick, bro.
It's already got the gimmicks, so I assume that this has got to be real. There's no way they just take him off of TV. But it's ironic that every shitty bad guy they want to push just gets hurt.
Yes.
Go back to Cass.
If you've got bad writing in the WWE, you're not going to have a good time this week. Speaking of bad writing in the WWE, Rich Swann and WWE have come to terms on their mutual departure. Rich was obviously embroiled in that scandal back a few months ago. Cleared of all charges of that, but he's decided to part ways.
No, I was disappointed when I heard this. I mean, you would think that after he got cleared of the charges, maybe he could, come back and start a new chapter of his life and, a new road back into popularity in the WWE. But this, I don't know where he's going to next. But yeah, I do wish him well on his future endeavors.
I believe ROH. I wouldn't be surprised.
There's a lot of places he could go, and that's probably what he's thinking, is that instead of getting shit on for a year and then hope that something good happens, just go back to the indies and make some money.
Japan, maybe?
Possible.
I just have to say this, and then we can
Did he ever
continue.
wrestle for anyone in Japan? Did he wrestle for Dragon's Gate?
I think it was Dragon's Gate, yeah.
Dragon Gate? Yeah.
Now that we have the post Enzo era of 205 Live, and things seem like they're getting decent again with the arrival of Rockstar Spud as the new 205 Live manager. Hello, Drake Maverick. I think Swan would have fit in there pretty well.
He would have.
Let's just hope that maybe TJP is the next one gone.
Ooh.
He's just a regular asshole. He's not. I don't assume he's going to do something. Well, then again, who knows? He is an asshole, though.
2 people signed to the WWE. Mahabali Shera.
Mahabali Shera. The Shera Shuffle.
The Shera Shuffle, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be back and a thing again. And Serena Deeb joined the WWE as a coach for the Performance Center. Excellent.
Which is good. I wouldn't have mind seeing her on the main roster as another little spoke in the well, no, not spoke in the cog. I was thinking more along the lines of
spoke in the wheel, bud. That's the
wheel
reference. Yes.
But not somebody who just would stay in the mid card. Somebody like as a heel that would push things along, and you know what I mean.
Yep. I don't know. I'm perfectly happy with both of these. But why Shera? But why? I just want to know why. That's all.
He's the same reason why Jinder Mahal had the belt for 5-6 months.
India,
they want that market.
Bro.
They want that market, and honestly, he's not a bad dude to. If you're gonna spend some time and actually, give him a shot in NXT, let him learn some things from these people at the Performance Center, he could be good. He could be. I mean, they want that fucking market. They have made that clear.
Speaking of Serena Deeb's ex, CM
members
Punk
of the Straight Edge Society, yes.
CM Punk's next UFC fight has been discussed for 225 versus Mike Jackson at the United Center in Punk's hometown of Chicago. Okay, I don't know anything about Mike Jackson. Can anybody inform me on what's going on?
He is 0-1 professionally, and I believe he is 0-1 amateur. So, and his one fight that he lost was to Mickey Gall, which was the right to face Punk. So,
Oh, okay. So basically, it's the losers of Vicky Gall in a fight.
yes, and Punk's probably still going to lose.
I don't know, dude. If it was a year ago, I would agree with you. But it's now, and he's had a whole year to train, and he's had actual, he's had time to get good. I think he has 2 more fights in him at least to be able to actually, do something. But that's just me. That's still going along the same predictions that I had.
UFC
way back
still
when.
hopes he has 2 more fights, and
Yes,
And then
UFC does.
they want their money back. And
Right.
I'm sure this will
Go
do
ahead.
it. They'll sell tickets to this fight if it happens because people want to see it. It's a sideshow. It's completely a sideshow, but I still want to see it.
I have a
Oh, yeah,
feeling that CM Punk will be in the New York metro region for WrestleMania next year. Just saying.
And then I
Not
just
for
have to put
WrestleMania,
this
so-
out here. There are huge freaking what do you call them? Discussions on the internet about whether or not Floyd Money Mayweather wants into the UFC and if he'll fight CM Punk.
No, he won't fight CM
Speculation
Punk.
What?
No, Jester, I don't know what the hell you're reading. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but it would be Conor McGregor that he would be fighting, and those are the rumors that are actually going around.
Drugs
Moving on.
money. What did you give that Jester?
Oh, Lord.
There's like a lot of really strong acid.
All right, sweet.
Oh, that makes sense.
That would
It's
be...
all coming
Yeah,
together.
because you're tripping balls. CM Punk's gonna. It's like they picked the worst fighter to give him like the best chance. You said he was 0-1 in basically 0-2 in his entire career, and that's who they picked to fight Punk, who is pretty much 0-1 in his entire career as well.
Yep.
Can you say tomato can?
Who's the tomato can here, though?
That's the
Yes.
question. That's what they're going to find out. That's the best part. All right, moving on. Golden Lovers versus Best Friends are booked for WrestleCon. Also, they'll be teaming up for the first time in a few years as NJPW and ROH present their 2-show Honor Rising Tour. Omega and Ibushi and Chase Owens teaming against Cody Rhodes, Marty Scurll, and Hangman Page is the main event on night 1. And on night 2, Omega and Ibushi take on Cody and Scurll. Other ROH talent booked for the weekend include Dalton Castle, Cheeseburger, and the Beer City Bruiser.
What an array of talent that shit is. I love it. And you know what? Cheeseburger's over as fucking Japan. I guarantee you Beer City Bruiser is going to get over as fucking Japan. As is Dalton.
Who puts Chase Owens in a main event in a Japanese? I don't understand this.
Take the pin.
Take the pin.
Take the
Oh
pin.
yeah, pin eater.
That's true, but still, it's just so weird seeing that main event with Chase Owens in it. It's ridiculous.
It's kind of ironic or strange the way these shows were put together, because if you look in the past few years, there were a lot more ROH talent on these shows. Like, there's only like 5 dudes coming over, really. And this year is pretty much just all, is Bullet Club going to split or not?
And the answer to that is, of course, in one way or another. Moving on.
Is it bad that I keep forgetting that Dalton Castle's ROH World Champion?
Yes.
It's
Because
sad.
It's actually kind of sad, yeah.
He should be. It's kind of sad how far his star has fallen over the last year, to some degree.
I mean, to a
Like,
certain
nobody
extent,
cares.
Well, you gotta remember I think he was in negotiations with ROH at one point or another during the point of the year, and the D push happened, and then he won at the end of the year after he signed his new contract, I think. But it's fun to see him after. God, he's been doing this for 8 years at this point. But it's fun to see him because I've seen him wrestle in my area. Basically, he's from where I'm from, and to see him wrestle going from that to this is just a truly astonishing thing.
They'll do something.
There has been increasing speculation that the WWE will be moving all pay-per-views to dual-branded format, and there's also interest in making the big 4 shows to 5 full hours, and the smaller shows to 4 hours with a 1-hour pre-show.
Please, for the
Oh,
love
dear
of God, no.
Okay, we need to specify a few things here real quick. I am all for SmackDown and Raw matches on one pay-per-view, but that would mean necessarily we'd have to get rid of a few pay-per-views then, instead of having just a Raw
No.
pay-per-view and a SmackDown
Well,
pay-per-view.
they got rid of pay-per-views this year. They brought them down like by 2, if I remember correctly. And
Will that be
yes.
enough?
Yeah, that would be enough because they were at 14 before.
I thought we were at 19.
Or, no, that was the record high. I
That was a
believe-
few years back.
Yeah, that was a few years back. And then Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin have been added to the WWE title match at Fastlane to make it a fatal 5-way with AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. How entertaining.
That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen, and it's probably going to be an overbooked, shitty finish too.
Hey, you know who's going to take the pin?
Ziggler.
Yeah,
Baron?
Yes. Both, yes. At the same
Hopefully.
time. At
Both
the
of
same
them.
time. And then
Yeah, matches like this are why they're probably going back to not single branded fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's
Because this
like
match
5
blows.
ways.
Who the fuck would actually buy it for Fastlane?
No, here's the thing. It's like I saw this and I was thinking, oh god, why are we having 5 ways? Just let's jump to 7 and go full idiot already. And then Raw does the 7-man elimination chamber.
And we've got the idiots on the Elimination Chamber. Yep.
speaking of the idiots, the WWE Elimination Chamber is going to feature both the Women's Elimination Chamber match and the very first 7-man Elimination Chamber match. It's assumed that it'll be started as a triple threat, which I imagine that's what they'll do, because I think it'll be stupid to have 2 people in a pod.
Yeah, a triple
it'd be
threat
funny.
starting would be really cool. But yeah, it'd be hilarious to have 2 people in a pod trying to beat the crap out of each other the entire time until they get released.
The other idea that I had was potentially like a 5th pod. Like you put it on the far wall or something.
Hang it
No, you do
above-
a shark cage.
Yeah, shark
Oh,
cage it.
no.
Oh, good lord.
Hang it from the hole in the ceiling of the elimination chamber.
And then have
In
the
the
bottom drop
redesigned
out,
chamber, that might work.
and then have the bottom drop out and it splashes on whoever's below them. That'd be great.
Oh, good lord.
All right, and then speaking of Elimination Chamber, Ronda Rousey's appeared there for a contract signing segment.
I
I'm
don't
bored
give a
of shit already with Ronda Rousey.
I hope she gets just destroyed by someone at least.
Well, something's going to go down. I don't know if it's going to be. Is Ronda going to be a healer or is she going to be a face? Because if she's going
The
after
answer to that
Asuka,
question
gonna
is
get
yes.
booed. She's gonna be Roman Reigns.
I don't know.
She's
I don't
gonna be.
know.
She's just the fans. Anyone with a wrestling fan has already rejected her. People like Shayna Baszler did not help because she sucks.
I
And
don't think she's
you
going to be bad as Roman Reigns, but she'll need to work hard in
Well,
order to get WWE.
I don't
fans.
want to see her smile. I don't want to see her smile at all. I understand that that's like she was kind of marking out at the Royal Rumble, but I don't want to see her smile. Not one bit. Not one bit at all.
That's
that's
the
just me.
problem. Is it's clear they're trying to make her. She's gonna fight Steph too.
Maybe we don't know that's a definite yet.
No, that's
it's
a
gonna
definite.
happen.
No,
It's gonna be so bad.
It is. It's just whether or not Kurt or The Rock are going to actually wrestle, and it's probably going to be Kurt. All right, that's it for the news. Let's ring that bell. 15
Can't
minutes.
wait for her to not sell in the WrestleMania match. That's gonna be some great shit.
I don't know. I think she'll be okay.
It's gonna be fucking bad.
The ball's deep
I
in.
know how to use the bot.
If we're gonna do this. You don't know how to use the bot.
It's been a while.
Jester's got it, or he should have had it. Which I
No,
don't
that's
think he
definitely
has
not how you do it.
No. There it is.
And it's not even in the room though.
Hopefully, it automatically comes in. Try it again.
There we
is.
go.
Look at that. Something works around here, goddammit. Alright, so 15-minute time limit. We have our special guest this week. His name is Drugs Bunny. He is from Hood Slam Wrestling. Hello, Drugs.
Hi, everybody.
So, since you were a small bunny and you were hopping along, what started you with professional wrestling?
Well, it was pretty popular in the early 90s, and all the cool kids at school were talking about it, and I had no idea what it was. So I got into it as a kid, probably around 96, 97. Like really in the hot heat of the Monday Night Wars, and you get a little older, WCW folded, the fucking a lot of my friends are the people who would talk about it with, they just stopped watching, and I never did, ever.
Were you a WCW kid or were you a WWF kid?
I was a WWF kid. I hated it. I just didn't like WCW because it was not WWF. Straight up. I don't care if their ratings were better. I didn't like it.
Who do you take inspiration from for your in-ring style?
I mean, I just take everything as a whole as inspiration. I have to use what works for me, and my body type and my type of character is just so different. I'm a drug addicted rabbit. You can't really bring me everywhere. So I mean, there's not one specific wrestler I can name where I find inspiration for my character personally. Or
okay. So okay, we'll get into the drugs here in a bit. But how did you jump from I'm the fan behind the screen to I'm taking my first bumps?
Well, I found out that there was a wrestling school about 40 minutes away from my house called All Pro Wrestling, and it was run by a guy named Roland Alexander. The school was featured in the old documentary Beyond the Mat, which I had actually seen before. That's where I first heard that it was there. I'm from Redwood City. The school was in Hayward. That's right across the bridge. So I think I was about 13 years old when I said one day I'm going to go there. And I knew I couldn't yet. I was only 13, so time passes. I I get out of high school, I get a job, and things. I honestly, I forgot. I forgot where my life was going, and I was like, "Holy crap! I always said I was going to do this. So when is it actually going to happen?" So right after my 20th birthday, I went over there and I signed a contract, and I started training when I was 20 years old.
That's awesome. So let's get into Hood Slam, your current home, essentially. Who brought you to Hood Slam? And if you could tell the folks at home and who are listening here, what Hood Slam kind of is in your eyes.
Hood Slam to me is a wrestling show for people who aren't exactly wrestling fans. It's like a variety show. We used to do, not so much anymore, but we used to have sideshow acts, burlesque, people chewing on glass, other stunts being performed, flame eaters, things like that. And then we also had wrestling, some really outlandish wrestling that we sort of let the fans in on the joke. We chant, "This is real." We chant things that are obvious, obviously this isn't real. To me, it's a breath of fresh air. It's too often you see people trying to pretend that this is still a genuine athletic competition, and they want so badly to make the fans believe that it's real, when the name of the game now is not, and I'm going to steal this from AJ Kirsch, it's not about making the fans believe it's real, it's about making them forget that it's not.
That suspension of disbelief is terribly important, and especially for you guys. I mean, from what I've seen of it, and from my essentially limited viewing, it's one part British wrestling, with the intimate, setting. The fans are right there. You're gonna get dived on. You're gonna get, you could put your hands in the ring as the match is going on. One part somewhat like an actual like you were saying, like a sideshow or a burlesque show or something like that, and then this 2-part sort of we don't give a fuck wrestling, which I fucking love, by the way. Congratulations, by the way, on the on your Hood Slam Golden Gig #1 contendership Battle Royal win at the last show. By the way, that's the first Friday of the month, am I correct?
Yeah, that's the first Friday of every month at the Oakland Metro Opera House. We're also live on Twitch at Hood Slam, and we got a YouTube channel, which is probably at Hood Slam, if that's how that works. YouTube.com/HoodSlam. Hood Slam something. I don't know.
Yes, that's pretty close. I think that's where I saw stuff. So drugs. What is your favorite and why?
My favorite drug? Life, man. Nah, just kidding. It's weed.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I fucking figured as much. Let's see here. And if Drugs Bunny could say one thing to the kids out there, not necessarily the kids, but our listeners, what would he say?
Send booking inquiries to drugsbunnyftf@gmail.com. Drugs with a Z. Follow me on whatever social medias, I guess. I don't really go on there a lot. At Drugs Bunny with a Z. No, okay. Shameless plugs aside. What I want to say to the kids out there is, if you're a wrestling fan, don't be ashamed of what kind of wrestling you like. Some people talk shit about deathmatch wrestling, and some people love it. I think it has its place. Just like Hood Slam is a little outlandish, I think it has its place. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but Japanese strong style has its place. But it's not everyone's cup of tea. And like the super kick party flippy dippy stuff is I don't know what style you call that, but it's probably selling the most tickets right now, style wise, and but it's not everyone's cup of tea. So don't let anyone tell you the kind of wrestling you like is fucking stupid compared to the type of fake fighting that they like, because that's a ridiculous thing to say.
Absolutely. All right, so what's the website for Hood Slam again?
birdswillfall.com.
Check out everything Hood Slam related there. I'm sure you can find Drugs' merch and all the other stuff for Hood Slam as well. Thank you, Drugs, for being on the show. But we're gonna move right along here into
hold it. I got one question.
Oh Lord, we let him talk.
One quick question. So, what's Bugs Bunny really like?
I've never met the guy.
Oh, okay. Rabbits, different circles, I guess. Okay. Okay.
It must be lemming season because we let Jester talk. No offense, buddy. All right. So we're going to move on here. 15-minute time limit. Vassar with the ratings.
Okay, and it's Dairy Queen drive-thru, and yeah, it is
Dairy
time.
Queen drive-thru.
It is time for the ratings. Starting off with TNA Impact. Last Thursday's Impact drew 294,000 viewers on Pop, down from the week previous's 319,000 viewers, and onto Raw, 3.105 million, down from the up from the 3.055 million the week previous. And finally, onto SmackDown with 2.449 million viewers, down from the 2.505 million the week previous. And that is it for the ratings.
Save us, dog, with the birthdays.
All right, happy birthdays today on the 15th to Travis Banks and to Rich Swann. Happy birthday, I guess.
Oops.
By the way, WWE has now fired someone on their birthday. I'm sure they've done that lots of times, but also on their wedding day.
Yes,
that's true pettiness. Also, happy birthdays tomorrow to Gangrel. Fuck yeah! And then on the 19th to Big John Studd, to Francine, to El Torito, and to the perfect February 19th, Ty Dillinger. Happy birthday. And then on the 20th of this month, Gail Kim and Killian Dane. Happy birthday to both of them. And then on the 21st, Bertha Faye, Brodus Clay, Carlito, and Tommy Mercer. Fuck yeah. Happy birthday to all y'all. Sorry, Rich Swan. Happy birthday. I'm sorry.
Want me to play Gangrel's bumper real quick?
No,
No.
we're good. Whatchamacallit?
I hope they gave him like a piece of cake or something at least on the way out, you know?
Right.
I mean, like, everything's better with cake, right?
Shao Kahn, why don't you do This Week in Wrestling?
All right, this week in wrestling history, in 1962, Ricky Dozon and Toyono Mori defeated Luther Lindsay and Ricky Waldo to win the All-Asian Tag Team titles for the second time in Tokyo, Japan. And in 1998, Louis Spicolli died in his home at age 27 after mixing alcohol and somas and vomiting in his sleep. Spicolli was a 10-year veteran who had worked in the WWF, ECW, Mexico, and was in WCW at the time of his death, about to be pushed as a lackey to the NWO. But in better news, on this day in 2004, Eddie Guerrero defeats Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship at No Way Out at the Cow Palace. That was a great moment. And that was This Week in Wrestling History.
Drugs, were you there for that?
Yes, I was, actually. That was my first pay-per-view.
That's so awesome.
Cool.
That's great.
What's funny is I was super pissed off at the time because I'm a huge Brock Lesnar fan.
That's
I
great.
appreciate it.
That's great.
I was pissed, and he, the Goldberg interference, and no one even wants to bring that up, that it was, a tainted victory, but whatever,
I'm loving this.
That's great. All right, Happy Trails this week to WrestleCon, because the original match that was booked for WrestleMania weekend as their main event was the Lucha Bros, Phoenix and Penta Zero M versus the Golden Lovers of Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. It was revealed this week that NBA, New Japan Pro Wrestling put the kibosh on this particular match. And then Happy Trails to everyone who got worked by Booker T and Corey Graves, who have zero beef whatsoever, which was hilarious because earlier this week there was, some sort of beef, quote unquote, which was just hilarious to me. All right, what should we watch this week in wrestling? You know who I'm going to ask first, Shao Kahn.
Alrighty. Let's see. Shit, I actually don't know.
Yes, you do. Come on. Shayna Baszler and Ramoon, NXT.
Oh, yes, that's right. And then after the match, Kairi Sane just owned her punk ass.
And Shayna didn't sell any of it for, yeah.
Vassar, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
I'd go for the first match on the NXT, which was Roddy versus Pete Dunne for the UK Championship.
Nat Jester, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Well, being you dang whack-a-moles just stole both of my picks. Hang on, let me think of something real quick. I think if I have to get something from Raw, the thing that stood out in my mind is how they totally cluster effed the end of what was supposed to be a four-way match for the last spot in the Elimination Chamber. And now we have 7 men in the Elimination Chamber. So go watch that match. Go watch the ending. Go see how overbooking works. And hopefully we can prevent such crimes against fandom in booking in the future.
Save us, Dog. What should we watch this week in wrestling?
Fuck, I got nothing.
Oh, I got something.
All right, how about this? We talked about No Way Out earlier. How about the 2006 No Way Out main event? One of my favorite matches ever, Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker.
Very nice. I like that match a lot. Drugs Bunny, do you have something you'd like us to watch this week in wrestling?
Nothing particular. I mean, I watched all of it, so nothing specific I can think of right now. But yeah, I watched Raw, SmackDown. I just watched NXT last night because I I really don't want to miss a Pete Dunne match, and I wish, that guy was on Raw every Monday, personally.
Agreed.
Here.
Agreed. That was totally a chance for you to plug a match of yours. Just saying.
Oh, God, don't watch that.
You fit right in here, bud. All right, so this week I'm going to tell you guys to watch Ride Along with Elias and the Club, because that was the best episode of Ride Along ever.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
That was fantastic. You actually get a little bit of the shoot side of Elias, where he's talking about how he first got that walk with Elias started. Check it out.
Love it. All right. So since there isn't, an Omega BR here and a Yankum DDS here, this podcast actually went like 40 minutes. This is fantastic. All right. I love both of them, but come on now. Thank you all for listening. We really appreciate it. Check us out online, smarksnark.com, twitter.com/smarksnark, facebook.com/smarksnark, youtube.com/smarksnark is where you're listening to us right now, where you can see our old episodes and whatnot.
And while you're on YouTube, why not just go to youtube.com/hoodslam, which is their YouTube address. Check them out too.
Yes, Hoodslam. I'd like to thank our special guest, Drugs Bunny, for being on the show this evening. Next week we will have AJ Kirsch, the host of Hoodslam, who will also be on this a wonderful little podcast thing here. We thank you all for listening, and we still don't have a new close.
Yay!
Oh, we'll think of something sooner or later.
Good night, Bismarck.
Fuck Bismarck.
Hey, maybe drugs can send us something, and then we can all get inspired.
Oh boy.
How it goes.
Oh Lord.
That'd be a whole new type.
Yeah, I'll put it right in the mail. Seems safe.
Yeah, that seems like a good way to get.
Well then, here's my ending. I'm about to go balls deep into some Japanese women.